This week's video is about how to get promoted. Oh yeah, one-on-one. Some key takeaways that have helped me over my entire career in getting promoted from the age of 18 up until now. All right, key number one is performance. Typically, when it comes to your role, the manager is gonna go through and pull the last 12 months worth of data from an objective standpoint and see how did this individual's performance match. Did they meet expectation? Did they exceed expectations? Were they severely behind on quota? What did that consist of, right? So I think making sure that you have a really good gauge over your performance is an absolute necessity if you're looking to get promoted. Next thing is be self-aware. Self-awareness is such a huge green flag when it comes to managers looking at individuals that are ready for the next promotion. I think self-awareness specifically in two areas. Number one, what are your weaknesses? Can you think about, okay, if I were to fill these specific gaps that I've got currently today, I would essentially crush it and crush my number on a consistent basis. So what are the things that this quarter, this month, you're gonna have to really nail down, okay, these are the 5 key areas this quarter that I really gotta make sure that are locked in, that, you know, I can essentially show my manager, hey, I've got a really good gauge over what my learning plan is and how I'm gonna take it to the next level. Second area to be really self-aware of is what's going really well. And that's an important one because if you're looking to get promoted, your manager likely is looking for examples, case studies of success. So if you're a quota crusher, 9 times out of 10, there's probably a couple people on your team that are not crushing quota, that might be behind quota. And so can you help your manager get those underperformers to the next level by being someone that they can look to as, hey, this is a person that, I want, if I'm the person that's trying to get promoted, I want my manager to lean on me because I want to show that, hey, I'm operating out of good faith here. I'm gonna reveal some of the tips and tricks that are working really well for me so that I can share that wisdom back to the team and help the overall department, level up. A rising tide raises all ships. So can you be that person that is the trailblazer to raising everyone else's standards? Next one is coachability. So when it comes to being coachable, I always think to myself, if I have tons of examples of this rep that I want to get promoted, different ways that they showcase their coachability, it allows me to show and to share with the other manager, the hiring manager for that role that you're looking at, for me to have tons of case studies and examples of that, right? So I remember when this person was underperforming for this month, I gave them 3 pieces of advice, this is what they did, and then boom, they popped off. So I think that's an important key factor there. How many times does your manager have to request the same ask before you get it done? Building internal champions. Number 4, I think with building internal champions, what do your peers say about you, right? Your other business development reps. What do your account executives that you're partnered with say about you? And what ways are they sharing the good things that you're bringing to the table and the pipeline that you're generating on a week-to-week basis to their sales managers? What do your sales managers say about you? Are they even looking at you as someone that's a potential AE bench player for their roster for this upcoming quarter or for next year already? Are they looking at you? Are they, think about it in athletics, right? Are they scouting you? And that's a big thing. Are they wanting to have deeper conversations with you to get to know you because they want you to be the next person on their team? Problem solver. So I think something that can help level you up to stand out is to be a problem solver on the team constantly. So if you've got a really good hang of how to do your role, partner up with your manager and say, hey, I have a really good grasp of how to do this job, and I know for a fact there's a couple other people that are underperforming. I'd love to help contribute to be a solution to whatever problems you might have on your list. Or, you know, asking your manager, what are some of the top of mind initiatives that you're working on right now, and what ways can I help out there? Be that partner to your manager and be a problem solver. When you're looking at specific problems, maybe you're identifying that you plus the rest of your team are experiencing, it's a very long manual task to get specific parts of your role done. Bring that to your manager. Maybe your manager is not aware that that's a current challenge for the team. But be someone that, you know, not only are you bringing forth the problem, but what potential solutions can you think of already ahead of time to solve for that problem? So that in itself is so important, because sometimes your manager might be really bogged down by a lot of other responsibilities that they have going on, that they had no idea that it was a set problem. Have a growth mindset. In what ways are you going above and beyond to learn, to master some of the responsibilities and the skills needed in your current role? So having those types of conversations, you can bring them up lightly, whether it's like posting it in your you know, Slack channel and being like, hey guys, I just read this really amazing resource about discovery questions, sharing it with the team. That shows your manager, oh wow, this rep is going out of their way to like learn. Like, that's really cool. And we make mental notes of that type of stuff, the reps that have a growth mindset. Maturity. So if you are in the business development role, likely you're probably in your 20s and fresh out of college, first time in the professional world for some folks. And I think how you are viewed plays a big role in delineating if you're ready for that next level and then that next promotion. So when your manager is looking at you, can they picture you being able to conduct a discovery call? Can they picture you having confidence and moral authority and an executive presence on a call? If they can't, and they're like, man, it's just, they're just a little still too young, like they're still kind of immature, that might be holding you back from your promotion. So like, in what ways can you show maturity in the role? Being a forward thinker. So when I think of being a forward thinker, are you someone that's consistently bringing forth new ideas to the table? Are you someone that is constantly looking for bettering the organization in different ways? Are you someone that your manager can go to and say, hey, this is my case study example of someone that's a phenomenal quota crusher that I don't want to hold back from, you know, getting them to the next level? I think being a manager, you constantly have to be thinking about, okay, in what ways can I help level up the team and allow people to stand out? So something that I like to do personally, that I don't know if a lot of managers do this, but I love to give people opportunities to try to stand out. One thing that I do is if I see that someone is a subject matter expert in a key area of a role, I'll likely ask them to speak during a team meeting or a team stand-up on best practices, keys to success. And one, it gives them authority to be able to speak on something that they're really good at. Two, it helps them out with public speaking, allows them to gather set thoughts and be able to communicate. But not only that, it gives them reps to do things out of their comfort zone a little bit. And so that's something that has always helped me out. But a lot of the times, you know, I might find a rep that gets really good at prospecting, and they do a lot of things that they found on their own through research and trial and error, and they made their own individual mini workflow. And I'm like, that's really cool. I would have never thought about doing it that way and utilizing ChatGPT in that way, right? And then you give them the chance to speak to everyone and kind of be that thought leader on bringing new ideas to the table. So give people opportunities. They end up crushing it. Next, and I've said this a couple times now, but I think another key to getting promoted is stand out. In what ways can you stand out among the entire pack of people that you have? You, if you are a quota crusher, are very important and vital to your sales team for a multitude of reasons. Likely, if you're a quota crusher, your manager does not want to lose you because you're a key contributor. You're also a valuable asset to your account executives and the sales team. So what I will say is, if you have a ton of people that are quota crushers on the team, you need to figure out in what ways can you stand out compared to all of the other quota crushers, because typically the quota crushers on a team are next in line for the AE bench, especially if that is going to be a transition that you're looking at. So when you are looking to get promoted, be looking at all the key contributors within your team as slight competition. So looking at this individual, they're really good at XYZ. This individual, they're really good at XYZ. Like, think about it in a sports, right? In sports, you kind of have to be selfish and really have a good scope on who your competition is that might take over and take that promotion from right under you. And so that's what I'm saying. You need to have a good grasp over, okay, what is everyone else doing? Am I doing what all the other key contributors are doing? Cool, how can I actually outshine them now? So if we're all doing the same thing, if we're all kicking butt in quota, how else can I show that I'm better than everyone else, professionally speaking? So figure out in what ways can you shine brighter than a lot of the other key contributors on the team. And then last but not least is, how is your relationship with your manager? In what ways are you utilizing that relationship so that's consistently still building your brand, but you're also giving your manager confidence that you're ready for that next position? Managers have a really good grasp over who's doing really well, right? Who are the A players, B players, C players. And I think it's always good to have really open and honest rapport and conversation with your manager about just kind of where you stand in the pack, asking for additional responsibility when you're ready, and always trying to figure out in what ways can I help my manager help get them to the next level. And if you always have a good grasp over, this is what's important to my manager, this is the most important alignment, arguably, out of every other alignment that you have. How can I be the best aligning partner with my manager to help them in any way that I can? And if you have that type of mindset, I can guarantee you're gonna be probably one of the next aligned people that they're gonna wanna champion to help get to that next role that you're gunning for.